Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. So if you haven't been on YouTube for the last 2-3 years and you haven't been following Logan Paul,
for the next 3 hours, 300,000 people watched a grown-ass man open shiny cardboard in his garage. Today, that video has over 11 million views. We raised $130,000 for mental illness, and Pokemon proved yet again why it's the highest grossing media franchise in the world.
Well, he blew up Pokemon once again. It was already a huge industry, but what he has done, it made it even bigger. Today, I'm just gonna explain why I'm investing some of my money in Pokemon cards and why I think it's a great idea for me to do it. So the first reason on why I like to invest in Pokemon cards is because simply I love it. When I was a kid, probably like back in 2007, I loved Pokemon cards. I loved collecting the cards. At one point, I had such a big collection and it got stolen by that kid. I know exactly who it is, Donovan. If you ever see this video, I still remember how he stole my cards in the locker. But what got me back into Pokemon is that I work at a current 9-to-5 job right now, and my boss loves hockey cards. I found myself going into these trading card stores all the time. So I would always go in the stores and I would always look at Pokemon because it's something that I liked when I was a child, right? So one day I just decided to buy a few packs, and I actually did buy 2 packs, and I got this card right here. I'll show on the screen. It's not the best looking card, but it got me thinking like, this is actually pretty cool, right? So then I followed some YouTubers and I subscribed to them, which you guys should do on this video. Subscribe to this video right now if you're enjoying content like this. And I found myself so drawn to it, and now it's like a passion of mine, and I just love collecting cards. It's just like a feeling. If you guys collect Pokemon cards, then you know where I'm coming from. If you guys have any sort of hobby that you collect, then you know where I'm coming from, right? So the second thing on why I invest in Pokemon cards is kind of do with business. So if you own a business, if you start up a business, if you have a failure of a business, if you are interested in a business and you're somewhat educated on a business, then this should become very easy to you and you should understand this well. So the first thing, the main important thing on why I invest in Pokemon cards is because supply and demand. You might be saying that's obvious. With business, it's supply and demand, right? Like if there's a short demand, you can charge more for it. If there's more of a demand, then you have to price it for a lower price. But with Pokemon, they have certain sets that they only sell at a certain time. So let's use, for example, Evolving Skies, which is this box right here. So once Pokemon stops printing this set, you're gonna have to go on eBay and see what they're selling for. But because they're not in stores, the price is gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher the older the set gets. So the older the set gets, the more demand that will come and the less supply. I wanna find the boring sets of Pokemon that I may not even like, but I know that in the future years, Pokemon's not gonna sell this product anymore. So I buy it now on the cheapest price that I could find, and I sell it for a lot higher because it's not sold in stores. Supply, demand. You guys are probably saying, wow, this seems really speculative, and you don't really know that what I'm saying is going to be true in the next 5 years. And you're completely right. You are 110% right, and this is how I'm going to talk about the major risks that I'm taking investing in Pokemon cards. We know that the history of Pokemon cards, every set that you look at is selling for more expensive than it was in stores 3-5 years ago. The new generation of kids, they need to buy Pokemon cards right now, and they need to like Pokemon cards for exactly my reason. When I was their age, I loved Pokemon. When I grew up and I started to go to high school and college, I grew out of it. Like, I even forgot about Pokemon cards. Now I'm 24 years old and I'm getting back into the hobby, right? So you want that chain of effect keep happening when the years go on and on and on and on. If you see all these other YouTubers who are a lot older than me, let's say like they're 30 years, they'll say the exact same thing, how when they were a child, they loved Pokemon, but when they went to high school and college, they grew out of it and they completely forgot about it. But in later years, they found it again, and now it's a hobby, and now they collect. So it's like a chain that I think will keep happening in the future as long as Pokemon doesn't make bad product. And that's the second risk that I want to talk about. So let's say if Pokemon, they don't manage their money properly, and they go bankrupt or anything of the sort. If Pokemon dies as a company, all of these investments that I'm investing in, they die with the company. So I understand the risks of if Pokemon makes bad product, if people don't like the product anymore, or if the company just dies itself and Pokemon's gone. That is a huge risk on Pokemon cards, but in my opinion, I think that's very slim. I think there's a very, very high demand in children and in the people my age. Pokemon needs to continue making good products. If they make one bad product, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But if they continue to make bad product, then the consumers like me are gonna fall off of it, and then the younger generation is gonna fall off of it, and not as much people are gonna love the hobby as more. So there's gonna be less demand, and there's gonna be more supply on the secondary markets. So it's very, very speculative. Do not get me wrong. There's a very large risk on if Pokemon dies, if Pokemon does not make any more good product, because nothing lasts forever. I understand that, but I just don't see that happening. I think there's such a high consumer of Pokemon cards, and I think that will be in the next 3, 5, 7 years, in my opinion. I just want to warn you, by no means I'm telling you or trying to convince you to throw your life savings in Pokemon cards. That's not what I'm doing. I don't want to come off as a very speculative investor. I like to think of myself as some sort of value investor, and this is why I see like products that are boring, I invest in those because I think they will appreciate the most in the coming years. Just like stocks, if you try to find the boring stocks, there's a possibility of those appreciating the most because no one's buying them right now. But I'm not gonna get into stocks. I'm not doing that kind of video today. But I'm just trying to warn you on, yes, I acknowledge that this is very speculative. There is a good chance of me losing money, but because I have a passion and I love Pokemon cards, no reason to invest in it, but I understand the business, I understand the people around Pokemon cards, I do think that Pokemon cards will appreciate in the future, but I invest a very, very, very small portion of my net worth. If I'm worth, let's say $100,000, I'm not gonna put $80,000 in Pokemon cards. I'll put probably around like $5,000, $10,000 in Pokemon cards. 5 to 10% of my net worth. It's not a large portion of my net worth. So if I'm convincing you to buy Pokemon cards, or even if you're interested in Pokemon cards already, or if you're investing in it already, I'm just warning you, don't put so much of your net worth in Pokemon cards because again, the risks are very, very possible and you don't want to get burned on a very speculative asset to invest in. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more future finance content, maybe not about Pokemon cards, maybe more about stocks and finance, then make sure to subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, it goes a long way. And I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys invest in Pokemon cards, if you like Pokemon cards, or if you think it's stupid as hell. Because at one point in my life, I did think it was very stupid, so don't get me wrong. I know to the average Joe, it might sound really dumb, but I love it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces. Can't reach there, so yeah, bye. What's the hobby? Get down! Get down here! I'm gonna kill you! Get down! Yeah, that's my cat.